back to the farm. My name's Roz, also known as Passion Flower, and you'll find me here each week talking about my farming and creative life. First to one of my favourite topics here, and that is the weather. We are moving into early winter now. Conventionally we would call it autumn, but in the 6 seasons that I've referred to previously, it is early winter. So it's getting misty and cooler in the mornings, and there are birds flocking and fungus is growing. And it is true, all of those things have started to happen, and you can really feel the change in the seasons, and the leaves are beginning to turn as well. It has meant some really beautiful days, crazy blue skies, and still really quite warm and pleasant to be outside. So it's been good to be able to go for a walk, sit on the back deck, and just take in the sun that we still have before it turns to winter. I've spent quite a bit of time in the shed this week, starting to get my workshop area sorted out. A few weeks ago I ordered my sink and workbenches online, and they arrived last week, all individually, so I had to wait for, I think it was 4 or 5 boxes to all arrive before I had everything. And they went to my mum and dad's house because here on the farm we really don't get couriers delivering to the house, so we have to find an alternative to get big things delivered. So on the weekend we popped down to mum and dad's and we picked everything up and brought it back, and I have since then spent some time putting the benches together. They've come together really well. It was pretty easy. It's stainless steel, and all you needed to do was put the legs in and secure them and secure the shelves. I ordered them through Kogan, and it is the Sofito brand of stainless steel, and they're commercially graded stainless steel used in kitchens. It's a huge double sink that's quite deep, and then 3 bench tops, and also I ordered a couple of induction electric cookers, which I haven't had a chance to try out yet, but that I'm looking forward to using as part of my dye setup. So after putting them all together, I've played around with the setup of the workshop, and I think I'm happy with how it looks. It's starting to help me now to frame how the rest of the space is going to look as well with the furniture that I have. As you've seen already, I have my desk area set up and my yarn rescanning area, and now I have my dyeing space. So then the next piece will be to sort of set up my studio, hopefully teaching space, spot where I can sit and knit and spin, showcase my yarn, hopefully a spot to be able to sit and record, and also to take some my product photography as well. Just all in one designated space that really fits well together. We have had success in engaging both a plumber and an electrician to get the work done on the shed. Hopefully we're able to progress with that as planned. Obviously with the restrictions that are happening now and potentially happening in the future with COVID-19, it's hard to know if everything is going to go ahead as scheduled, but fingers crossed that we are able to get all of that done before winter. Given that we are on a farm and there is plenty of open space, social distancing rules are easy to apply. So hopefully it shouldn't be an issue for those tradespeople to come out and complete their jobs. Another thing I've been working on in the shed this week as well has been some more painting. So I finished off the chest of drawers, all the painting and waxing at least. So now I've started on the dining chairs that I had, which were sort of a horrible orange-brown colour. Not really in line with my brand or with the rest of the furniture that I have in the space. So I have started with one chair, and I have decided to go with the Zen colour on that, which is sort of it's an off-white, I guess. And I'm thinking that I will do the table in the lilac grey. So I have started, it's had one coat and it's come up reasonably well for one coat. Obviously it will need a second, you can see some bits coming through. The issue will be though that I've had to order more paint. I only bought one little small sample pot of the Zen because I thought I might just use it for accent pieces, but I think I don't want to do all the furniture in the lilac grey. I think it'll just be too much of the one colour. So I got online and I've ordered more of the Jolie paint. Hopefully it ships and I can still get to the post office and pick it up. I'm waiting for a confirmation email of the shipping. Something quite amusing that we've had happen this week is that I showed you that we had put the cows into the driveway to then move them up and into the new paddock that we just finished fencing. Well, now part of that fence, we hadn't put posts in between the driveway and the paddock, which hopefully we'll get to in the very near future now. But they've been pushing through that fence and they've been getting into the driveway. So what we did is we've driven two of our cars across to block the drive and just left the gate open and let them just come and go across the driveway rather than trying to shoo them back in every time and have to worry about cars and things and them coming down into where the veggie patch is and eating things that they shouldn't. So it looks like we're doomsday preppers and that we've like been barricading ourselves in, but in fact we're just trying to keep the cows out. Last week I said that my shop was quiet. Well, this week it is even quieter, and I don't blame anyone for not wanting to shop for something like yarn right now because you just don't know what's going to happen. People are losing their jobs. It's just such an uncertain time. So instead of worrying about no views or sales, I'm going to try and focus on doing some behind the scenes work, really focusing on my SEO, my email marketing, and trying to get some really strong procedures and things in place for hopefully when things turn around. I'm looking into some different workshops and information and resources that I can use. So if there's anything out there that you suggest, I'd love it if you could put that in the comments below. It'd be good to be able to read a new blog or listen to a new podcast. Just find some resources that can help to really build my business up in the background. One issue that we are facing though is that the internet is quite patchy and really slow, and I think a lot of people are experiencing this right now. Everyone is reverting to using their home internet. We now have my sister and nephew at home, and I think next week my brother-in-law will probably be working from home as well, and we're all trying to use the internet all at once. Our internet is not the best at any time. We're on satellite and we have very limited data, but with all of us trying to use it and with all of the country trying to use it in very different ways than they have previously, it's really struggling. So I have to be quite selective about what I do online and when I do it. We have off-peak internet, which is in the middle of the night, so I have been setting an alarm and jumping up in the middle of the night to do a few bits and pieces, download or upload things, just so that I'm not using data that could be used by the rest of the household. And also being mindful of being able to pre-write and pre-prepare things before I actually try and do it on the internet. So writing out text for a blog just in a Word doc, whereas normally I would have just gone in to my WordPress site and just started typing in there. So I'm trying to keep a really positive mindset about everything that's going on in my business and just do what I can and what I can control, and hopefully that leaves me in a good situation moving forward. Well, that's it for another week. Thanks for spending some time with me. If you're enjoying these videos, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and look forward to seeing you next week on the farm. Bye.